Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's pretty late and I thought I'd make a late night old school commentary voiceover only video and this is something that I really have been thinking about making for the past few weeks now. If there's something that I love more than making YouTube videos with face cam, is making YouTube videos without face cams. I just love, if you're a YouTuber, I'm pretty sure you can agree with me, there is nothing more chill than having all the lights turned off and just sitting back and just talking in front of a microphone. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, and I'm going to be sharing a topic with you guys that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for quite some time now. If this video does well as far as likes or just comments in the comments below, then I'll probably turn this into like a new series where we can discuss any type of thing, whether it's a story or a subject, Call of Duty related or not Call of Duty related. And I'm thinking about doing this every Saturday night, and I'm talking about night, not like afternoon, but night, where I'm sure some of you guys are still, you know, probably midday morning, but the majority of you guys are going to be in the same time zone I am, or at least close to it. So of course, if you're over the age of 21, you can grab a beer, chill out, and just, you know, sit back and relax. Or if you're under 21, you could probably grab a glass of Kool-Aid and just chill out and grab your, you know, chocolate covered popcorn. I don't know, all up to you, whatever tickles your pickle. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. So in this video, I wanted to talk to you about Black Ops 3 regarding DLC, and the last weapon DLC really made me want to just talk about this subject even more, because I'm sure some of you guys probably feel the same way. I'm sure some of you guys don't really care. To me, is a 50-50, and what I'm talking about in this video is going to be about melee weapons in Black Ops 3. Are melee weapons good? Are they cool as hell? Yes, they are super cool. They make the game feel unique and just funky and sometimes kind of stupid. But at the end of it all, it's all good vibes and it's positivity, because it's just more content for us as Call of Duty fans. But see, the thing that I've been thinking about lately in Call of Duty is the excessive amount of melee weapons that we have been getting in Black Ops 3. I feel, I don't know, you guys can please let me know in the comments. Make sure to start a conversation. Say anything you want in the comments below. It's always cool to go down there and just see you guys, you know, just typing your lives away. It's always fucking cool to see that. I'm not gonna lie. So you guys can feel free to let me know. I've been thinking so much lately about how much melee weapons we've been getting in Black Ops 3, and it's to some extent it makes me feel like they just want to have new content to obviously keep more players engaged for as long as they can. As fucked up as it sounds, but it's the truth. Is they're a business. It is what it is. More people buying supply drops to get melee weapons. To me, at the end of the day, it just feels like so much melee weapons. And I'm not doing this to bash on Treyarch or Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty. I love Treyarch. They've done a fantastic job with Black Ops 3. But, you know, sometimes it's good to speak out your mind. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel, at least to me, that sometimes, not all the time, I feel this sometimes. For instance, when this last weapon batch came out, I just kind of just made me realize, like, this time around, it's just way too many melee weapons being implemented into the game. As far as, like, it's just, it feels like melee weapons are just reskins of the same thing over and over and over again. Let's put a bat, for instance. Let's put a bat as a melee weapon. We have a spear. We can just change the look, the, you know, cosmetics of the bat and make it look like a spear. Then you have the sword. It's the same thing as the bat and the spear, just looks different visually. Then you have the new sword, and then etc, etc. And then, you know, you got the boxing gloves, which is the same thing as the brass knuckles. Just looks, there's very minor changes being made to make these new melee weapons, which, you know, at the end of the day, it takes a long time to get them, and a lot of people, you know, are not as lucky and you know, and as fortunate as others that have the amount of money, or just as lucky that have, you know, the luck that some others have and get melee weapons right away. Some people actually take a while to get new weapons, and, you know, that's where it concerns me, because it's like, what I really like about having DLC weapons is having real weapons, as far as like guns, because guns feel different, the recoil is different, you know, the sound is different, the effect, you know, the visuals as well. It's just overall a better experience to have ranged weapons, more ranged weapons implemented into the game. And we've had so many melee weapons in Black Ops 3 that it is just absurd. It is absolutely insane how many melee weapons we have in Black Ops 3. Every DLC that has dropped with weapons, there has been at least 2 melee weapons. The weapon batch before the last one was about 3 or 4 melee weapons. It was 3 melee weapons and then 2 ranged weapons, that was basically the biggest weapon batch we've had. But 3 melee weapons, dude. I think we have over 10 melee weapons in Black Ops 3. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm close to that number. And it's just crazy because sometimes I feel like melee weapons is kind of like just the easy way out. The last weapon batch, I felt like Treyarch was going to finish strong. I felt like Treyarch was going to straight out just slam another crazy DLC with weapon DLC to us for supporting their game so much, because Black Ops 3 got so much support. You know, obviously it's had its up and downs, but overall it got a crazy amount of support during its life cycle. And I really felt like Treyarch was really going to bring one last big DLC, including weapon DLC. You know, it was kind of like a little bit of a disappointment. You know, 2 melee weapons, and that is all. And obviously, you cannot take credit from them because you never know what's going on behind doors. You don't know how much work they have. Maybe they're backed up for whatever reason, or, you know, whatever it may be that is holding them back from bringing more content. Or maybe it's just straight out the lazy way out. But to me, I feel like sometimes I feel like we as players should deserve a little bit more. And I know we get greedier and greedier and greedier every single year. Ever since Black Ops 2 implemented DLC weapons, we've been wanting more and more and more and more. But that's how it is. That's the way it is. And that's why Call of Duty implemented supply drops, because they saw that DLC weapons were a huge hit. And they had to somewhat implement something into the game to make a profit out of it. And it worked. Supply drops, as much as we hate them, they do work. But when it comes to just making a melee weapon, just reskinning a melee weapon and having people spend money on supply drops for a reskin of a melee weapon, it kind of sucks a little bit. I feel like, you know, it would have been a little bit better if they would have taken a little bit more of their time and brought more ranged weapons, more throwback weapons. I don't know why they don't do that. Why have they not brought, I don't know, the Galil? Why they have not brought back the old school AK-47 or just guns like that? That shouldn't be so hard for them to do. It's almost like they could just use the old coding from older Call of Duty games, and, you know, instead of putting 3 melee weapons, they could put 1 melee weapon and 2 or 3 ranged weapons. That's just me. You guys can feel free to let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'm just wrong here, but of course, I'm pretty sure some of you guys will agree with me and some of you guys will disagree, which is completely fine. But please let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think we've had way too many melee weapons in Black Ops 3? And it would have been a bit better if we had at least the same amount of ranged weapons as we have melee weapons. Let me know in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's just a voiceover. I usually do face cams or whatnot, but it is Saturday night and I really wanted to just sit back, relax, and talk to you guys in front of the mic for a little bit. If you guys enjoy this video, I'll definitely be bringing you guys more videos like these. You guys can feel free to let me know any topics you would want me to talk about in the near future. Maybe if this video does well next Saturday, I'll come out with another one late nights, and we can just go on from there. So if you enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I would really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. My name is Hollow, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.
Have you ever been in a YouTube video before?